What's up, everybody? This is your boy Super Mario Retros, and I'm coming to you live from Super Mario Retros headquarters. And today we're doing a game room tour. I wasn't ready to do one yet because the game room's not ready, but I'll do another one when it is ready, when it's all the way there. So I still have a lot of cool stuff, a lot of retro games, a lot of retro consoles, a lot of cool knickknacks. So let's check it out. Guys, right off the bat, this right here is the Super Mario Retros game shelf. This is where I pick all my games to make all my Instagram posts. If you guys been following from Instagram, this is the shelf that has made me a pretty good following on Instagram. I have about 145 Mario games in here. There are a few mixed in that I'm not counting, like Super Nintendo Land or Nintendo Land, like Donkey Kong Country. I'm not counting those. I have about 144 games that actually contain the word Mario in it, or like Super Princess Peach. I do count that one. So a lot of games like that. So right off the bat here, these are all the Nintendo 64 games, the Mario Nintendo 64 games. So we have Super Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, we have Mario Party 1, Mario Party 2, Mario Party 3. We have Paper Mario, which is one of my more expensive games in the collection. This is my second time acquiring this one because the first time I traded it to one of my very good friends. I have Super Smash Bros, which I got in a trade. The label's not perfect, but it's good enough for me. The cool thing about these games is I can almost tell you how I got each individual one of these. And for this one, I had an original NES with Super Mario Bros, and I traded somebody for an N64, which is my N64 plus Super Smash Bros. And this was probably about 7 or 8 years ago. I do have Mario Golf, Mario Tennis, and even Dr. Mario 64. Now guys, I do have a ton of Mario games. I don't think I have enough time to go through each individual one of them. But as you can see, like for my handhelds, I have these cool 3D printed stands to show them off. I have all these GBA games, Mario games, as well as some of the Game Boy Color games. I think I actually had an extra one back here, or maybe not. My most recent pickup, which is Mario Picross, which is one of the more pricier ones. This one can go for about 40 bucks or so. You might be able to find it for less, but this one's one of the more pricier ones. I am at a point in my collection where I do need to find some variants now. I do have like Dr. Mario, the classic NES version, but there is one that's like a combo, like just a regular game, and I think it came with another puzzle game too. It's like half the label is Dr. Mario and half the label is another puzzle game. I do have this game, which I've had for a while now. So this is Mario Party 10. It's complete in box, sealed, never been opened, and it comes with the Mario amiibo. I did get the protector from Retro Protection. He's a good guy. And I bought this a while back, got it for like 40 bucks, and I've just been waiting for it to go up in price. It kind of really hasn't, but still cool, and I love to have it on display right there with the Mario amiibo. I do have all these Mario amiibos here. This is the complete Mario amiibo collection with the two retro ones there. We have Gold Mario, Silver Mario, Regular Mario, Cat Mario, Odyssey Mario, and Smash Mario, and also Dr. Mario. I'm hoping they come out with some new ones for Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and also for the Mario RPG. Those would be super awesome. All right, so moving on, guys, I do have a complete GameCube collection as well. You'll see here I have Mario Party 4, 5, 6, 7. I have Paper Mario, which is probably the more pricier game of all the Mario games that I have. And I got this one at half price books during their 50% off sale 1 year. Complete in box. Love this one. Really good condition. Oops. A lot of these games I actually got at a Game Trade before they went up in price. I still remember picking this one up for about $27. Luigi's Mansion. One of my good friends, which you'll meet one day, he's working on his game room, helped me acquire this one. Mario Kart Double Dash. He also helped me acquire this one, Super Mario Strikers, because somebody near his house was selling it for 20 bucks, and I was like, hey dude, you mind picking it over for me and I'll send you the money. I have Super Mario Sunshine. And this goes all the way back to the Craigslist days when somebody posted this for $8. And it was about an hour away from my house. And I said, well, I'll drive and get it for $8. And sure enough, I did. I took a risk because those sometimes those listings, you drive out there and they don't even have it, you know. And there we have kind of an oddball Dance Revolution Mario mix. I don't have the dance mat, so it's kind of pointless, but still something I have to have in my collection. Then here's a Mario Baseball, which is about the only Mario game that hasn't came over to the Switch, so I'm expecting them to drop a Mario Baseball game one day. What do you guys think? And then this one is the only greatest hits in my collection, which is Super Smash Bros. Melee. I could one day pick up just a replacement box, which is the non-player choice, but it's kind of been on the back burner for now. I'm okay with it. I know it kind of stands out, but that's all right. I am caught up with the Nintendo Switch games. Let me put those out for you guys. So guys, I'm currently caught up with all the Super Mario games for the Nintendo Switch. I got them laid out here so you guys can see them. Of course, the newest release is Sparks of Hope, Mario and Rabbids there. We have 3D World. Some pretty awesome games here, guys. Obviously, my all-time favorite, which is Super Mario Odyssey. Great game, and my daughter loves it too. We've played through it numerous times already, so love that game. 3D World, also a great game we play all the time. We have Super Mario 3D World, or 3D All-Stars, I'm sorry, which had a lot of hype coming up, and then the price went down, and now it's starting to go back up. I think this one's actually worth about $70 or so right now, which is kind of crazy. And of course, you guys know we have two new games announced, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, which I'm excited for, and Super Mario RPG, which, by the way, guys, I do have Super Mario RPG for the SNES. I'm excited for the remake, which kind of got the Link's Awakening cartoonish, cute little cartoonish treatment. I'm excited for that one. Now, guys, people always ask me if I have do I collect anything other than Mario? For the most part, I do try to stick to Mario because it is expensive to game. But I do play other games. Sometimes I just download them, or after I play them, I trade them for other games like Breath of the Wild. I beat that game, and I remember I traded it for Luigi's Mansion 3, which will be a keeper for my collection's sake. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's hard to collect and it's expensive, so I have to be smart with the money. I do also have Animal Crossing. My daughter loves Animal Crossing. I think you've seen her in another video where she's wearing her Animal Crossing shirt and stuff like that. So this is obviously a keeper. She plays this pretty often. Love Animal Crossing. All right, guys, we also have new Super Lucky Tail, which is a great game. The people over at Playful, the company Playful, sent me this to test out, and this is a great game, guys. So I'll keep this one, especially since it was given to me to review. Guys, so I know this is a game room tour. The thing is that this shelf is a big part of the game room, so it will take up a lot of time. But I don't want to go individually through the games. I think I'll make another video where I do that. But I do want to show I have a complete Super Mario collection for the 3DS, complete DS collection of Super Mario. Although you'll see like this Hello Kitty game here, which again is for my daughter. It just happens to be in the shelf, but all these other games are Mario, even including some of the weirder ones like Mario vs. Donkey Kong, or like Mario Hoops 3-on-3. So I have all the oddball games in the collection as well. And then jumping into Wii and Wii U, have a complete Wii U collection. I've started adding like different games just because the Wii U is very fun. So games like Nintendo Land, Donkey Kong Country are just fun games, Pokken Tournament. But other than that, I do have a complete Mario collection for the Wii U. I also have a complete collection of Mario games for the Wii, which is a lot here. Of course, this one of my favorites. And the Galaxy collections, which are awesome games as well. I even threw in Skylander in there because it has Bowser in there. I thought that was pretty cool, even though I haven't really spent too much time playing this one, but I think the cover's awesome. And then I also have Guitar Hero, not a Mario game, just a great game to play. This is an oddball game, so if you guys never heard of Fortune Street, it's kind of like a Monopoly game, or like a Mario Party game, but without the actual party games, or like the mini games, but it has Mario on the cover, which is awesome. So that one had to be part of the collection. I got this one with my buddy for about $8 a while ago, and now it's kind of went up in price as well. And then last but not least, guys, of course I had to have the Super Mario Bros. Movie in the collection. Love this movie. And I know we keep glancing down here a little bit as my trash can in this game room. I have the Toy Story 4 popcorn bucket. All right, guys, now let's work our way over to my gaming console here, which is part of the reason why I said I wasn't ready is because I want to put backing on here. That way you don't see the wires. I do have backing on here that I want to redo, but it kind of hides the wires. I want to do it to this side as well. Just kind of a brief glance up top. We have some nice Nintendo and Sega decor, which looks awesome. I do want to start collecting more 90s stuff, so I do have my favorite toy of all time, which is the Power Rangers Megazords here. Bop It, which I actually found recently for about $1. The Super Mario Bros. Plumbing van, which I made a video about recently. My daughter gave me that for Father's Day. And then we have the Superstar popcorn bucket and sipper from Super Nintendo Land from when I went here maybe about 2 or 3 months ago. All right, guys, before we get into the consoles, I love having decor throughout the room, Nintendo decor. So I do have the Jakks Talking Mario here. He's kind of like the supersized one. I have the Bowser Castle, which I found at a thrift store here by my house. The one that I actually go to all the time. Found it for about $5. And it actually worked and everything. So that's pretty awesome. And then I have the Nintendo Lego figures, which I'm not a huge Lego fan, but I do love these figures. They're interactive. They talk. They look awesome. So figured I can at least put them here, make them part of the game room. I do have this Donkey Kong figure. It's kind of one of the bigger figures, and I love the way it sits on top of the TV here. So that's awesome. I love that one. Just sitting here casually, I have this Game Boy DMG, which you guys have seen lately on my videos. I modded it with an IPS screen, and it's just kind of part of my collection now. So I do want to get one of those stands so I can like put it here and just have it look awesome, but until I get the stand, I'm scared it'll fall, so I kind of just had it laying down. Let's keep working our way. I do have the Sony CRT Trinitron, which on video is kind of hard to glance because you see those lines there, but it's an awesome TV. It's the way to go when playing some of the retro games. You see I have Super Mario World on there. I have this Nintendo NES Advantage, which I bought recently, and I thought it would look good down here in the cubbies to kind of take up a cubby hole, but I didn't like the way it looked. But I do like the way it looks sitting up here. It just kind of adds to the theme there. I do have this old school, I mean it's newer, but it's a plasma TV, and I have Luigi's Mansion 3 on there now, and it's a really good picture. As you guys know, anytime you try to record a TV, it kind of shows up weird, but I promise in person, these look amazing. I also have the mini consoles, the classic consoles, which is the NES Classic, the SNES Classic with built-in games. This one obviously has some, well, both of them have some pretty awesome games. All right, here we go. We have, sitting on top of another CRT TV, we have the Jakks Princess Peach Castle, which I also found at a thrift store here. Missing some pieces, but I got it for about $3, and it's hard to say no to that. So it was missing some stickers, and I was able to kind of add some on there, but not perfect, but still looks pretty cool in the game room. All right, we also have the Jakks oversized Yoshi, and if you guys don't know, if you follow me on Instagram, I have been sponsored by Jakks in the past, and they've sent me some pretty cool stuff. This is one of them, so super happy about that, and grateful for the opportunities Jakks has given me. All right, guys, working our way down to the lower section here. Here's actually another thing that Jakks sent me, which is the Toad house. I think that one's pretty awesome to display. If you turn around here, we have Toad, and then you kind of hit these and see which surprise you get. So just like the games. Anyways, guys, working our way down the console list, we do have the Famicom, the family computer from Japan. I had to have it in the collection. If you guys seen my Instagram videos, you've seen I've done kind of like the timeline, which did very well. It got over 1 million views, so Did a timeline where it started obviously with this one and worked our way all the way up to the Nintendo Switch. But this one's a important piece of Nintendo history, so I knew I had to have it in the collection. And then we work our way over to the NES, which is of course the more familiar one with the little squeaky door here. All right, we got the Super Nintendo. We have the Super Famicom, which I actually got playing the Japanese Super Nintendo World, Super Mario World, I'm sorry, on the TV right now. We have a Nintendo 64 playing Super Mario 64. That one's currently playing over on the smaller CRT TV, which, by the way, I got this TV at a thrift store for about 10 bucks. I thought that was a great deal. We also have a GameCube down here. We have Bowser's Airship. And guys, I'm not just all Nintendo. I do have an Xbox. I'm a huge Halo fan. I love Halo. I also play GTA. Those are kind of the two main games that I play, but I also can get down on some sports games like 2K or FIFA, things like that, but still have to have kind of a more modern gen console for things like that, even though this one is old. All right, so guys, I have a Wii here, have the Wii U. I have my Switch, which has had almost probably 1,000 hours into it. I don't know, but play that one all the time. Love playing handheld. I have the Switch Lite. Pardon the jumbled mess back there, but this one is more my daughter's console. But she likes to keep it up here and let it charge overnight and things like that. But that one's pretty awesome. We have the 3DS, which I use the 3DS for obviously 3DS games and DS games and things like that. I have a PS1 or a PlayStation 1 actually, which I got recently. I still need to try to find some more games for that. I wanted one because I played so much PlayStation growing up. I played Spyro, Year of the Dragon, Crash. I would play a lot of Driver 2, which is amazing. And a lot of the SmackDown and wrestling games, things like that, I would play on there. And before anything, when I was a kid, Sega Genesis was my go-to. So I remember my mom bringing me home one from the store she worked at, and I loved it, and that's what I played. People were onto like the more higher end systems at the time, and I was still on my Sega Genesis loving it, playing games like Sonic and Streets of Rage. And there's a game which I even have called Six Pack, and it has kind of 6 different games on there. I played that one a lot, and I still do to this day. All right guys, so this game room is still work in progress. A lot of empty spots here, but you guys may have seen the video where I put up these Super Mario movie characters up there. There's still more space, and I love it to be kind of filled up, just kind of no rules kind of thing. I do want to get one of the Turbo Mans from the Jingle All the Way movie. I always wanted one as a kid, so maybe I'll put it there, like where the giraffe, the Toy Story giraffe is. And maybe like a Buzz Lightyear and make this wall kind of like a movies, toys from movies that I love kind of thing. This wall right here is still empty, and I'm thinking about doing a shelf and putting like my handhelds on there. We'll see, but definitely not going to be empty for long. I do have also this popcorn bucket from Disneyland. This is from the Star Wars land. It's actually a popcorn bucket, but it's pretty cool. I think it lights up back here. So we got the Millennium Falcon, pretty sick. Another option for this empty wall was to hang up my Guitar Hero guitars. Still an option, but we'll see. All right guys, so y'all are getting the full tour today. So this is the game room couch here. I got it a while back, used from somebody I knew, and it's kind of become my gaming couch. Sits right across from the gaming console there. I did add these cup holders, so I drilled a hole into it, put this cup holder in there. So super awesome, so you can have some gaming drinks while you're up here playing. That one's a little dirty. Anyways, that's kind of made it into a very functional couch. It's actually a pull-out bed as well, which is awesome. If you guys look here, I do have these plushies here, or as my daughter calls them, stuffies. And they are from Club Mocchi-Mocchi, which has been another great sponsor for me, guys. If you guys have followed me on my Instagram, you've seen some reels from Club Mocchi-Mocchi. I gotta thank them for the opportunity. And guys, these pillows are awesome. They go great on the game couch. They would go great on any game room. Anyways, check out Club Mocchi-Mocchi if you want to get something like this here for your game room. Highly recommended. You also see Penguin Mario over here, guys, which is another thrift store find for me. So don't worry, he's been through the washing machine and all, but he's pretty awesome and got him for maybe about $3 or so. So he stays on the couch as well, part of the game. So guys, very preliminary tour of the game room. And a big reason for that is because I still have way more things that I have nowhere to put. So I do have a closet in here, which is kind of a jumbled mess. I have these drawers there. If you look up top right here, I just have so many random things, which are super cool actually. Like the Super Famicom box, I made a video about that. I have other random boxes here. If you notice, I have a collection of Goosebumps books that I've been working on. So I think I'm at about between 30 and 40 Goosebumps books there. Working on that. I need somewhere to display those because although I am a Mario collector, I am a 90s collector as well. So I like 90s things. And I also have a bunch of random stuff that I find sometimes. Like this is a brand new Mario puzzle that I need to build someday. Power Up game card right here. It's a game that I found. Super Mario game. I need to try that one day as well. And guys, I have like the hat there, some more random stuff there. Oh, Bubba Fett chilling there. My Mario backpack. And I do have some awesome PDP stuff. I just want to say PDP has also sponsored me in the past. And some pretty awesome things that they've sent me. If you guys are ever interested, they sell very high quality stuff. So this is a gaming headset. Actually, my first drawer here has some of the PDP stuff what they sent me, like the Super Mario controller here, which I love. Some other Super Mario controllers here. So guys, these are all part of my collection now. I appreciate them sending me these, but I love them. I love them, so I try to keep them complete in box and just pull them out when I use them and then put them back away. Alright guys, so we're getting into the good drawers here. Let's just see if I can pull out this whole drawer so you guys can check it out. Alright guys, so check out this drawer right here. And this is why the game room's not full, because this stuff needs to be on display. I do have a red Game Boy Pocket. Guys, this right here is a Game Boy Macro, which if you guys are familiar with is a mod basically using a broken DS Lite. So you see it says DS Lite, and you buy this top cover from a company called Boxy Pixel, and you kind of make a custom, kind of like a micro, but a bigger version of the micro. For this one, I'm actually running a flash cart right here so I can load all my games. Let me show y'all something cool. If you guys didn't know, it's actually Grimace's birthday. And McDonald's actually released this Game Boy game. It's 2023, and McDonald's released a Grimace's birthday video game, which you know I had to download. So I put it on the Game Boy Macro, and I've actually played it. It's pretty fun, guys. If you guys haven't checked this out, check it out. Anyways, moving on, let's keep going. I have the Super Mario Bros. Game & Watch, which came out for the 35th anniversary of Super Mario. Love this thing. I also have a blue Game Boy Pocket with the matching Game Boy camera. I have a green Game Boy Pocket right here. And here I have my Game Boy Advance. This one's been modded with the AGS 101 screen. So this is before IPSs were available. Still love this thing to death though, right there. I have the red Game Boy Pocket camera to go along with that one as well. And then guys, let me show y'all these, because these are a staple in my collection. Something that anytime I take a picture of these, it gives me a whole bunch of views over on Instagram. So we have the Peach Wiimote, the Mario Wiimote, we got the Luigi Wiimote, the Yoshi Wiimote, the Toad Wiimote, and the Bowser Wiimote. big staple in my collection. I love these guys. Something else that I have in this drawer, which is super cool. So these were released by Nintendo during the Super Mario 35 anniversary. Some of you guys may be familiar with it. They made you do all kinds of steps to acquire these, and it included like buying ice cream from some ice cream place and checking in, doing all kinds of stuff. I don't even remember anymore, to be honest, but you have to do all those things in order to be able to get these pins. See if I can open these up so you guys can see them. I've taken photos of them before, but these were limited release for the Super Mario 35 anniversary. This was the first batch, and I don't know how I got so lucky, because apparently they sold out within minutes and the website was crashing, but I managed to get them both. And then these. So once again, guys, these are a staple in my collection. Everything in this drawer is stuff that will never, ever, ever be for sale, which I can say about most things, but these things are things that I hold close to my heart as far as my Mario collection goes. These are super awesome. And then, guys, I'm not really much of a magazine collector, but I have kept a few over the time. This is one of them, which is the Game Informer issue 300. And the reason I think this one's so cool, it says it basically ranked the top 300 games of all time. And I like referencing this one from time to time. There's some pretty awesome games. Let's go to the very end. So number 2 of all time, they said, is Super Mario Bros. 3, which I can agree with. That's actually one of my top favorite games of all time. I actually put Odyssey in front of it, but it's a close second to Super Mario Bros. 3. And according to this magazine, the number 1 game of all time is The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. But this one's a really cool one, guys. If you ever look through it, you know they have Call of Duty, Red Dead Redemption on there as like the top 10. Something I thought was cool was we talked about Sega Genesis earlier. A game that I played a lot on there was Hockey, NHL Hockey 94. I played that one a lot, and they actually had a ranked here. It's like top 50. And apparently that game kind of changed the way a lot of the sports games were made and functioned. So I thought that was pretty cool. I was just a kid playing NHL 94, thinking it was a fun game. Little did I know it was like a breakthrough in the sports gaming industry. So that's a copy that I love to keep. I also have this one, which I picked up recently. You know, it is Game Informer, but it's Legend of Zelda. And I actually read through this one. And this one released before the Switch released, before the Wii U released, before Breath of the Wild released. And it's interesting because they said that a lot of companies were skeptical about the Switch, you know, especially coming off the Wii U. They weren't sure if they wanted to be on board with the Switch. And, you know, Breath of the Wild was a release day game. And they didn't really have any third-party companies that wanted to jump on the Switch bandwagon because they weren't sure. So now looking back, the Switch is one of the most successful consoles of all time. And it's kind of interesting looking at these articles from before it released. And 2 other ones that I have are just these 2 Nintendo Power magazines, which I found one time. Got them for like $1.50 or so. And I don't want to go crazy collecting Nintendo Powers. I know it can be crazy to do so, but kept these because they're in really good condition. We got, you know, Dixie. This is from Donkey Kong Country. And what's cool about these is they even have the magazine still in them. The poster still in them. So this one is, it's in here somewhere. This one has the Wave Race magazine, which is pretty awesome. And this one, which is Mortal Kombat, which I also play a lot of Mortal Kombat. This one has this awesome poster right here. Donkey Kong Country 3. I'd love to display this one time just because this one is so sick. I love Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Country. You can see Donkey Kong up there. Anyways, guys, this is why I want to complete the game room, because like this drawer alone has a lot of cool stuff for me, and I just want to be able to display most of these things. So let's put them back in. Some of these other drawers aren't as exciting. I kind of use them for some of my wires if I don't have the games connected. I do have this from Super Nintendo World, which is a pin. I love pins. And I have the 2 power-up bands, Peach one, which my daughter used, and of course Mario that I used. So if I go back, I hope to pick up another one. I might pick up Luigi and kind of start collecting those as well, but they're pricey. This drawer right here have more kind of wires and stuff like that, controllers. I do have some amiibos back here. See, so I want to be able to display those as well. And if you look in this drawer, this is my Mario toy drawer. I have a bunch of Mario toys here. This came from the Jakks Christmas calendar, which they also sent to me, so I'm super appreciative of that. A lot of cool stuff there. I use as props when I'm taking pictures sometimes, different things like that. And then down here is my controller drawer. So I have all my controllers. I have a lot of custom controllers that I love to use. I love to photograph, like this N64 one, Super Famicom Joy-Cons. Sorry, I had a tongue tied there. Like this one and this one, which are both custom controllers. And these Wii Joy-Cons as well. Should I have the other one in there? These come from a guy named Joyous Joy-Con Conglomeration. I'll put his link in the bio, but a great guy, does custom work. These are super awesome. Just a bunch of other controllers in there as well, guys. All right, guys, so thanks for watching this game room tour. Like I said, it's just a very early on game room because I still have a lot of stuff I want to do to it. A lot of stuff I still want to get and trade for and things like that. So thanks for watching, and get ready for the next episode.